Last time on Let's Play Suikoden, we received a call to aid from Warren of the Noble Fraternity and are attempting to rescue him from Kasim Hazil, who has holed himself up in Moravia Castle. We defeated his guards at the northern checkpoint, recruited his chief commander Griffith, and now are attempting to enter the castle. Since last time, I just added the flowing rune to Milich. I also leveled up Kwanda, Kryn, all these guys that were behind. Now, this dungeon is really actually quite good to have Kai, but I just am like, it's not that bad. I just kind of want a little bit of a challenge, I guess. So I'm bringing Kwanda. His main function is just he will soak up a lot of damage. His defense is the best in the game. So without further ado, let's go into Moravia Castle. Okay, so this is the fortress I believe Humphrey is assaulting. And so we've drawn away a lot of their men, which is nice. Yes. Okay, so this is the strategy. Okay. Very noble of you, Kryn. Great. We have this very reliable guy. Alright. I guess he doesn't seem to care that I'm with him. I don't know, that's pretty strange. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're heading to the prison, just trying to bust them out. That's really all we're about here. Okay. So first, we want to immediately get the pink paint. That's the final piece of paint that we need. Let's talk to this guy as well. He'll let us save, and we can also rest with him. That's going to be very useful because this castle is full of monsters for some reason. Apparently, they use the monsters to defend it. Yeah, so as you can see, Kai would be really nice to have here, but we don't have him because I'm crazy. But because we have Luke and Mamba combined, we have plenty of casts of magic. Ooh. Yeah, these enemies are no joke. There you go. We should be able to finish that guy off. Okay, perfect. Yeah, pretty strong enemies. This is a good place to train also, if you were wondering. And we'll drop a medicine on Luke. We want to make sure he doesn't die. Okay, Taikoku wear. That's an upgraded... I believe that's an upgraded piece of equipment for Mamba he can use. I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not positive who can use that, but it's pretty good for these guys. Let's give it to Kasumi just for a little while. Cool. Okay, let's go. Kasumi's actually not half bad. She's really fast, like nuts fast, almost 200 speed. Only Luke's magic stat even comes close. So, she's really good in that way, but anyway. Nothing over here. Bunch of ninjas, maguses. We're gonna have Mamba use the Black Shadow attack. And if need be, I can have... Another thing is, Kasumi is equipped with the Shrike Rune, which is a strong single damage ability. However, I don't think it's that useful because... Unfortunately for her, she would be better served by something else, ultimately. In any event, these guys are not too challenging, and I actually wasted that, but oh well. Not a huge deal. We want to head up here. And we'll just run from these guys. They don't give enough experience and they do too much damage to be worth fighting. The elite soldier is the enemy we want to fight if we can find them. If we find elite soldiers, you want to fight them because they can drop rage runes, and they're the only enemies that will drop it. Obviously, rage runes are the upgraded versions of the fire runes. It's the only way to get them other than the one we already have. And those are pretty good, so... And there we got a fortune crystal from the those characters. The fortune crystals are the things we could have gotten. In fact, they are the things we got at the very, very beginning of the game when I went on the adventure with Mamba and Ted, and I gave it to Gremio. Fortunately, we lost Gremio, so not much to say there. We don't have that rune anymore. Now we got another. Not that we need it. Okay, so here are some elite soldiers. We want to destroy them. I'm gonna just not have anyone. I'm gonna have Luke just defend. I don't think I want to waste any storm. And Mamba should be able to go before. Well, I thought he would be able to go before those guys, but I was wrong. So even if I had Kai, I'd still be taking a lot of damage. I just wouldn't be using spell charges ultimately. And as you can see, Quanda does a fair amount of damage as well, so it's not so bad. Cool. So let's use Village's rune to restore our health. Perfect. This dungeon is not super long, so that's why I was like, okay, I can just deal with these characters with just normal runes. I'm gonna have these guys attack the Maguses back here just in case. I think it's worthwhile to make sure that they die. Because the Maguses obviously can use magic, so the magic is much more scary to me than these ninjas' attacks. And we'll just free will them. They have a very high skill stat. That's why I've been using magic. Another reason I've been using magic is because, as you can see, they're just dodging everybody's attack practically. So it's hard to kill them sometimes. Hard to iron them down. Iron them down. I meant to say pin them down. So we got a Mega Medicine, which is nice. We might need it. And out here we get this little scene. This is the reason we need Kryn. Because Kryn will allow us to pass with the little rope. And of course, this seems really terrifying to me, but hey, it's a video game. That was strange. My controller is slightly bugged out there. Okay, so let's kill this ninja. This is a brave ninja. Yeah, unfortunately, the biggest challenge with this dungeon is just the fact that they make you use Kryn, and Kryn is completely useless. Like, his stats, compare them to Kasumi's, in every single stat she's better, and they're the same level, practically. So, it's just really unfortunate that we have to use Kryn. But, that's how they want to make me have a challenge. It's up to them, I guess. Okay, so we made it to the end. This is the prison. And it looks like there's Viktor. Yeah, well. Kryn, we're letting frickin' Viktor out. Yeah, exactly. Kryn. I like Kryn, though. Yeah, relax, man. And this is Warren. You must be Commander Mamba. I am Warren. Thank you for coming for us. Absolutely, man. It's my pleasure. You're a noble guy. Hanging out with Viktor, you know? Cool, so we got Warren. And obviously Viktor's back. Huh. This is what's been going on while we were bussing them out. Okay, so Kasim Hazil is familiar with Mathiu. That incident, huh? That is one reason, but more because I dislike myself intensely when I am fighting. But now he's a member of the Liberation Army. Yeah, that's a strange thing. No. Mathiu is pretty awesome. Let's be honest here. Mathiu is pretty pro. Yep. What reinforcements? If they return. Boom! Joustin', huh? Wow, we haven't seen them and we haven't heard of them in quite some time. Wow. This actually seems like a bad idea. Okay, it's a city-state. That's... We'll see a lot more of jousting in Suikoden too. Okay. So, we used the Jouststone army to defeat Kasim Hazil. Cool. It's an effective strategy. What's up, team? Yep, everybody seems to agree on this fact, although he seemed like a pretty decent guy when we met him, with Futch. Here's Milich. Now, if you didn't have Milich here, this wouldn't happen. You wouldn't get Milich coming up, and he would be basically pretty upset that you killed some of the other generals. But because we have Milich, we get this nice little dialogue here that is very convincing to somebody like Kasim Hazil. I do think that this is a little weird considering the fact that we did kill Tio, who we know is Kasim Hazil's friend, but... Yeah, I agree with that. So, now we got Kasim Hazil on our side as well. It's looking pretty bad for the Empire, let's be honest. They only have one of their generals remaining, or at least their 5 great generals, whatever. That is the woman we met many long weeks ago, Sonia Sulan. So you might be tempted to immediately blink out, but do not do so. It's not crucial that you don't, but you shouldn't, because you want to go immediately to the northern checkpoint. And there's a very good reason for that. We have to enter the northern checkpoint from the north in order to get this scene. Here we meet Max. And his loyal servant, Sancho. Gee, I wonder who he's a reference to. Kind of think it's funny that they have a reference to Don Quixote in this game, but... So he's trying to help us. Okay. Yep. Everybody seems to know who we are. Commander of the late lamented Knights of Maximilian. It's my final job. I'd like to lend a hand to the Liberation Army. Please let me join, I beg you. So these are the last optional characters. There's one last character we can get. I mentioned in an earlier episode, I believe it was last time, that there were 2 more optional characters. I was slightly wrong. You get Max and Sancho at one time. So there's one other. But anyway, so we got Max and Sancho. They're really easy to get, but they're easy to miss if you don't know that they're there, basically. Here's some new enemies, rabbit birds. They also have earth golems here. The final character we want to get is the guy we did not talk to in the prison. There was also a treasure chest there, so we want to go get that as well. So that's the last thing I'm going to do this episode. And these earth golems, as you might expect, use some pretty powerful magic. But we're more than a match for them. Take a lot of damage, but whatever, we're fine. Okay. Some solid experience from them. This is probably the best area to train characters for until the very end of the game. And we're almost there, actually. We have one more dungeon before we're at the final dungeon. I'm going to go ahead and blink out of here and heal up and rearrange my party somewhat. I'm going to use different members on my return trip through Moravia Castle than the ones I just used, just to get some different people leveled up. And now that we've gotten Kasim Hazil, we're able to do that. Also, I want to talk to Viktor here because he wasn't available last time. Hey, Mambo, don't look so morose. You'll depress everyone else. Thanks, man. Let's stay. I don't think I need to save right now. But I am going to see if Sanchez is available. If not, I'll just go back. But I think he should be. No? Okay. I'm not going to bother changing my party then. Because I believe the next time we do so, we'll have to do some major battle or something like that, so forget that. We don't want to do that. We want to go back directly back to Moravia Castle, otherwise we might miss the character that's there. Moravia. And as you might, this is going to be the exact same dungeon, so I'm just going to cut here and be right back. So, see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Nothing really changed on the way up. Milich leveled up. Mamba, I think, leveled up. But we can open this treasure chest now. And inside is the Mother Earth Crystal. That's the advanced form of an Earth Crystal. We actually have one of those. If you recruited Hellion way back when, she actually came with one of those. So it's pretty nice to have. And I guess in order to recruit Vincent, we have to talk to him through the bars here. Yes, here he is. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we owe him. Ivan-san shall never forget this day as long as I live. Not Vincent. Apparently his name is Van-san. Yeah, that is pretty weird. Did you not know this, Vincent? Yeah, it surprises me. Van-san, in the name of friendship, renounce my aristocratic standing and swear to fight by your side. Cool. So we got Vincent de Boule. And if you've been keeping track, that is the 107th Star of Destiny. We have all of them except one, and obviously Gremio's dead, but we're counting him because he's on the stone tablet. So, next time on Let's Play Suikoden, we will continue with the story, and we will get the final Star of Destiny. So, I hope you'll be ready and will enjoy it. I'll see you then.